Once again, man, it's DJ Chase. I'm back. Been working, man. Interviews galore, all of that, man. This episode is brought to you by Groover, the hottest platform to get in touch with players, curators. That DJ Chase Radio mobile app, downloaded on the iPhone, Android. Podcast directory. Use the promo code DJ Chase to get 20% off your podcast order. And also Vocana, the new hot app out now. The hot community music community playlist and all of that, and also purchase my book on Amazon, the record label Cheat Sheet. I don't promote that enough, but my book is out on Amazon. So with that being said, today enough of me. We got the hot artist. You know what I'm saying? She's very different. She's very diverse. She's fly as hell. My girl BR3ANNA THOMAS in the building. How you doing today, Queen?
I am doing
Yeah,
amazing. I'm
yeah.
a single mother and I am dealing with a lot of stuff this morning, but we're here. That's all that
we
matters.
we
Yeah.
all are. It's one of those days. You know what I'm saying? You be
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? What's
Just
going
juggling
on?
everything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I've been following you for a while since, we kind of corresponded getting this interview done. And, I'm working remote today because I have a hell of stuff to do, but the show must go on. So, with that being said, I want to talk about your background. You have a
Yeah.
really unique background. So, you're from California, correct?
I'm from California. Yep. I'm from like the Riverside, Covina area. I kind of like my parents are divorced, so I kind of went back and forth between like LA County and Riverside County.
Uh
So I've got to do like because Covina's
huh.
like on the border of LA
Yeah.
County.
Yeah.
So it's like I got to experience like kind of two different lives. So I was like, wow,
Yeah.
like
Gotcha.
different
Gotcha.
cultures.
Gotcha. Okay. And, like I said, what was like one of the biggest culture shocks growing up in Riverside?
I was probably there my younger years,
Uh
and at that time, I guess my dad's side of the family, since I lived with them, had money, so we like
okay.
lived on a golf cart, I mean, a
Oh
golf
wow.
course,
Okay.
like a golf course. So it was like completely different moving like to an apartment, I guess, like kind of in the suburbs, and
Mm.
completely having like my friends there, and then like
Yeah.
being the new kid, and it's like, well, great, I
Mm.
got to graduate with these people, you know,
Yeah,
like when I
yeah.
like grew up with them from
Yeah,
a
yeah.
younger age.
Mm.
So if you got
Gotcha.
to stay with the same people your whole entire life and like grow up with them and like see them grow, you were so lucky. Like I wish I experienced that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And were your parents like involved in entertainment, anything like that? Did they like do music or like singing,
yeah, so
thing?
that's what's really cool is my uncle used to be a DJ. So there was when
Mm.
I started living with my mom, he was a DJ, but he kind of like messed up his opportunity. But you know, like
It
back in the
happens.
day, they
Yeah.
used to send CDs like months in advance before
Yeah.
stuff was
Yep.
out.
Hmm.
So like I got to hear like D12 and Keisha Cole of Love. Like I got to
Yeah.
hear that song before it was
And it
even
probably
big.
changed your life. That's what made
Oh my
people
God,
value music. Yeah.
that love song was on my CD player, like just like my first love heartbreak. And I'm like, what is this? She's
Yeah, yeah,
amazing. I don't know who this is, but oh my God.
yeah.
So that obviously that experience made me fall in love with music. But I always like made songs and like my mom used to work into like the bar industry
Okay.
and she was like a tax accountant. So she was the one in the back counting all the money, like, you know, like
Nothing
making
wrong with
sure the
that.
numbers are
Nothing wrong with
right.
that.
Yeah, so like I was always kind of like at the club when there was no club. So
Mm.
like when the DJ was like just having fun when no one was there.
Yeah.
So I got to experience music in a different way as a child than I think a lot of other people, you know?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
so my music side's more on my mom's side, I guess.
Yeah, got you. And I want to ask you this, right? Because I see, you speak a lot of on your social media in tune with the Native American heritage and things like that, right? Is that from your that's your whole heritage or that's your father's side or your mother's side?
That's on my mom's side too. So
Gotcha.
I'm kind of like the only one that's really tapping into it since no one we're kind
Mm.
of like I guess whitewashed. Like I didn't grow up on a
Yeah.
um what's
Reservation,
it
something like
called?
that?
Yeah, I didn't grow up with more native people and on a
Yeah.
reservation. That's not the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I didn't get to have that experience.
Yeah.
So I'm like out in the world, I guess,
Uh-huh.
trying to figure out like who I am, but I've always felt different. Like even
Mm.
like my dad's white, blue eyes, blonde hair. So
Okay.
it's like I always felt like when I was in that family, I'm like, I look adopted. Like like I'm not part of the family, you know?
Yeah.
But I always felt like that at a young age. And then when I finally started digging into like my culture, I'm like, there's something missing.
Yeah.
And I want to get connected to it. So that's kind of like what I'm starting to do. And I
Uh-huh.
have done.
Yeah.
Like even my son's middle name, I put Hawk in there, like trying to just incorporate
Yeah.
like the heritage when I
Yeah.
wasn't taught it. So I'm
Yeah.
like Pueblo and Aztec, Native
Okay.
American.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha. Yeah, I don't. I gotta find out what I am. My great grandmother definitely was, and I know I look like Cherokee as hell. So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. So I like, so I'm still trying to figure out mines out. So I gotta find out what I am.
I know, and I think right now there's like this new wave of people figuring out that they are native, and they're like,
Mm.
well, that makes sense, and
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah.
like, well, how do I connect to the heritage? And then it's kind of like the pretendians like that
Hmm.
too.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So I
for
kind
sure.
of deal with that a lot because they'll either only see my white side, and I'm like, well,
Yeah,
I'm mixed. I can go where you can't
yeah,
go,
yeah, yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
So yeah, but my goal is to when I make it up there,
yeah.
I I want to incorporate more like Native American dancing like
I'm with
on
that.
MTV or at the Emmys or whatever, like those big shows that they put on. Like I want to
Uh-huh.
incorporate those dances in those spaces because it's missing, you
Yeah,
know, when
yeah,
we're on that land. So it's like
yeah, yeah,
why isn't there more like Native American beautiful artists that have like so
yeah,
much to share? But I
yeah.
know it's like it's a balance because you have to like make it within the culture. So I'm like I don't know. I'm like a pop version, I guess,
Nah,
like
it's dope. Listen, listen. I told you off air, like you whatever you need from me, I'm with it. Like I seen some
yeah.
beats and all that. Like I really want to tap into that too, because like I said, my people don't really believe me. Even my wife, because she never got to see my grandpa. They all passed away, but my grandmother was like 120 years old. I'm like, but even actually my aunt on my father's side, like she's older now. She's even looking more and more. She's looking more and more Native American like she get older.
Yeah.
So I tell them like not all black people were slaves, and we don't come from that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
but I want to, yeah,
that's really big on TikTok right now. There's like this
mm,
movement going
yeah,
on. Like people are like waking up, they're like,
mm,
no, you're native, and they just didn't want you to know you
yeah.
got
We
that
didn't.
DNA inside of you
Yeah,
that you need to
yeah,
tap into.
yeah. Right,
Yeah.
right, right. And with that being said, I want to ask you this: so, how did you get into music? Like, how did you, because it sounds like you had like a traditional upbringing. How did you get into music?
Well, I always thank God for technology, but like I
Yeah.
always made up songs and I would like try to write down the lyrics and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But then like I just couldn't remember like the melody after I would go
Yeah.
back and like
Yeah.
write it. So like I at that time for the younger kids, there was like tape
Yeah.
recorders.
Tape
Like
recorders. Yeah.
you can tape record yourself. And then like I guess what really kind of like jumped me and like helped me manifest music is I don't know if you remember that show, The X Factor. It was
Oh
like a
yeah.
spin-off to American Idol with
Yeah.
Simon Cowell because he got kicked off of American Idol. So he like, I'm gonna make my own show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was actually on the third season of that. And I
Mm.
only did auditions because that's as far as I wanted to really go.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I told
Yeah.
myself, just make it here, like get on
That's
TV.
what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I did an original song because they're
Mm.
finally letting people do original songs, on
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
Did that, learned so much, did not practice performing, did it with my ex-fiance, um
Yeah.
didn't have any water, wasn't hydrated, so I'm out there screaming. But and I didn't brand myself right. I said like we're called Secondhand High, and I didn't say Brianna Thomas, like
Okay.
I didn't say, hey, come find me.
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
now so now that song has like gone viral again on TikTok, so I'm in the
Mm.
comments like, hey, I'm right here, guys,
Oh,
I'm
your
right here.
song. Your song. Okay.
Yeah. So
That's up.
I mean, he jumped on it too because I was like, I'm not performing by myself. You're not a rapper, but you're gonna make up a rap and we're going. Like we're
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a catchy song. It's like it's
Yeah.
called You Better Ask Me to Dance. And that one's
Okay.
gotten taken down. And everyone's like, where is it? So right now I'm working on like a remix of that. And that's like
Yeah.
my next song I'm dropping.
Yeah, yeah, got
Yeah.
you. That's what's up. That's what's up. And then with that being said, are you working with like, are you self-produced like your music, or do you like work with a
Yeah, I've
producer and anything like that?
Yeah, so I engineer, I mix and master, I play with like making beats because I work with producers too. Like,
Mm.
like you know how it is. You kind of have to like work a while and then you kind of find each other's groove.
Yeah.
But since I was like in the middle of nowhere in Arkansas, it was like hard.
Tough. Yeah.
Yeah, I was there for like 3 years. So it was kind of hard to like do that. So I
Mm.
found BandLab. and started
Mm,
just playing with that and then recording. And then
mm,
to get myself out of like postpartum depression, I was
mm,
like, you're not doing music anymore. I'm like, you need to do something. I'm like, just create 5 songs a month. And
mm.
who cares if they're good or bad or whatever? Just put them out. I don't care.
Yeah,
You can mix and master and fix them later. Like,
yeah,
put them out.
yeah. For
So
sure,
like
for sure.
after, yeah, after the first 3 months doing that, I was like, you're not mixing mastering them right. You need to work on this. And then
Yeah,
I finally like figured it out, you know. Now I'm way better. So that
yeah,
was kind of like my own artist development, and I was all over the place doing country, pop, EDM.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. So what makes you, out of all you've been through now, what motivates you? Like who, like, like what keeps you going?
I guess that first experience being on that show, that was like the first song I ever wrote.
Mm.
And like Simon, I didn't tell you that part. Simon Cowell wanted to buy it.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. And so like, and I said no. I'm like, that's my baby.
I'd have sold it in
No,
a
no,
heartbeat.
no.
I'd have been like, listen, how much
Yeah.
you want?
And yeah, I mean, and I didn't understand the business either. That's my
Mm.
dog howling in the background. He's getting mad. I don't know what he
That's all
wants.
good. I got a
But
cat.
um that kind of like made me realize I'm like, I didn't know what I was doing. That was the first song I ever wrote.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm like, I think you have something, kid, you know, to myself, you know.
Uh-huh.
So um I don't really have like motivation for my family because nobody understands the music industry, and I get it, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
It's kind of like the same thing with the movie industry. You're just gambling.
yeah.
So it's kind of just like I know I have something and I want to be paid for like my talents, but like also
Mm.
share a message of helping reprogram, I guess, the collective in a positive way. Because
Mm.
it's like when you sometimes when you hear stuff on the radio, you're like, for me personally, I'll be like, I
Yeah,
know I can make something better
yeah,
than that, you know, like not
yeah,
comparing myself to them, but I'm like, I deserve to be on the radio too, you know? So
yeah. Got you,
I guess
got
that's
you.
what makes sense.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. No, it does. It makes plenty of sense. And I want to ask you this as well too. Like your social media is crazy. Like I say, like you have so much like fun stuff on your social media, and like, are those pictures AI or that's you like messing with it, or what's good? How does your
So
social media work?
some of it's I'm playing with AI. Some of it's AI. Some of it's
Yeah,
before. I have a big Doberman over here trying to get love.
you good?
Some of it's me before I had my baby when I was like super fit. So
Uh huh.
I'm just like wanting her back, but I'm like slowly
Yeah.
getting her back, I guess. So it's like I'm just kind of playing with it since we're in this new age of like technology.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? And then most of it's me though. Like with the pink wig, that's me.
Okay.
So
That's what's up.
yeah,
That's what's up. No, that's what's up for sure, for sure. No, and the reason I was asking too was because a lot of artists are complaining about AI, so that's why I was asking.
yeah.
Like, what, like, how do you feel about AI? Do you feel it helps or do you feel it hurts the industry?
I feel like right now, like with the AI singing,
Hmm.
it's very interesting. It's really going to be up to the people because the people make the stars, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like if they want to pay to go to a concert to see a hologram sing and that's what
Mm,
they want to spend their money on, then I
mm,
guess that's where the industry is going, you know?
mm.
So
Yeah, yeah,
I kind of look at it, if that's what the people want,
yeah.
then that's what they're gonna get. But I feel like some of the new AI artists have a little bit of human because there's like actually writers
Mm,
writing it and telling
mm.
them like what to sing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
personally, I've had comments on my YouTube like, "Oh, you sound like AI," and I'm like, "Whoa, thank you."
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna
On
say this
purpose.
because
Thank
that's
you.
messed up because I do this thing called Groover, so I'm a big like reviewer on Groove. Like I'm a big like yeah, I give a lot of feedback, and this artist, the song sounded like AI, like it's clear as day because I have Suno, so I know what the AI sounds like, and they curse
Yeah.
me out like a dog on my email. I'm like, it sounds like
Oh
AI,
shit.
like they
Yeah.
cursed me out bad. So I was like, oh boy, you know what I'm saying? But don't take it to I don't know, don't take it personal. It just sounds like AI to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm like, I get where they're coming from. I'm like, do you do know like the plugins and stuff? I'm like, that's technically
yeah,
considered
AI,
AI.
AI,
You know
yes,
what I
it is,
mean? So
yes.
I'm like, if you think, I'm like, I recorded this myself and I mixed and mastered and did everything. But I'm like, if you think
Yeah.
I sound perfect, then I did my vocals right, you
For
know?
sure, for sure.
So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
thank you. I kind of just take
yeah.
it as a compliment. Like,
I hear that.
and I
I hear
get it.
that.
Like, there's a lot of people that are like really passionate and they just want to tell you what they're feeling and hide behind the
Hmm.
internet. And that's the age that we're into.
Hmm.
And I do my best not to take it to heart because I'm like, I don't know what they're going through, but I'm not accepting this hate, like
Hmm.
whatever we're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
Like, I do my best not to do that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And with that being said, like, have you made any East Coast rounds, anything like that? Like, you've been performing, like where has been like a favorite place to perform?
Yeah, that's what I haven't done. I need to work
Yeah.
on it.
Okay.
People have been begging me to sing that one song, You
Mm.
Better Ask Me to Dance, that I'm going to be remixing and dropping soon again.
Uh-huh.
Um, that's something I need to work on. Ever since I had my baby, it's kind of hard
I
to
feel you.
like figure out who's gonna watch my kid and how I'm gonna perform. So I'm like kind of
Yeah.
juggling that part.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's
I
hard. It's
do
not.
need to perform.
Well, listen, man. I
I
tell you this,
understand. Yeah,
Miss Brianna. Trust me, it's not easy out here. Everybody is trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? So you just to give you a little greater confidence, you're not the only one. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
you're doing okay. It's being a mom is not easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if you're a single mom, but being a mom is not easy. So just
No, it's not.
you're doing your thing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Whenever you feel pressured, anything like that, like just as a human, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
just feel, you're okay. You know what I'm saying? The men out here hard on the women for whatever reason, but from me to you, you know what I'm saying? You're doing
yeah.
okay. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
Yeah. And then with that being said, do you like the stage? Everybody likes this question. Do you like the stage better or the studio better?
I guess I haven't really experienced like the stage enough. I feel
Uh-huh.
like I get like my biggest stage was when I was on the X Factor show and it was like a sold out like
Yeah, yeah.
stadium. So I'm just like I did get to experience that,
Mm,
but I wasn't prepared. So it's like I feel like just kind of like how you see Beyonce and Britney Spears, like you see them like constantly rehearsing. Like I need to get
mm-hmm.
to
Yep.
that where I'm
Yep.
like
Yep.
we're putting on a show. Like
Yep.
I'm here to put on a show. Like I haven't got to
Yep.
that. So I guess like right now I'm more comfortable in the studio of just like
Mm,
making catalogs, but I
yeah.
definitely want to get there where I'm like I'm here to put on a show. Like, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And with that being said, what is like one of the hardest things you have to deal with as a female in the music business? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you've been navigating
Yeah.
your own way, but what has been like your favorite I'm assuming the hardest thing you had to deal with as a female in the music business?
I think like not mixing business with pleasure
Mm,
and also um figuring out like how to stand up for yourself, like what you want.
mm,
Where I always tell females like learn how to mix and master, learn how to engineer. So like I felt like when I was younger, I couldn't like communicate properly
mm,
to whoever I was working with, the
mm,
producer, the engineer. I couldn't tell them what I wanted.
mm.
But like most of them had their own sauce and I loved their sauce, that they were
Yeah.
throwing on my lyrics.
Yeah.
But it was like I couldn't tell them what I wanted. And then also at that time I was smoking like a lot of weed. So
I feel
in
you.
the studio. So it's like when you get and you're not on that frequency anymore and you listen to it, you're like, I really don't like this beat. So it's like,
It just sound good high, you
like
know what I'm
I liked it at the time. I don't
saying?
like it now,
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
kind of like dealing with that. It's kind of like
Yeah, yeah.
man, then making sure like what you're splitting with the
Mm.
person you're working with,
Okay.
have that business
Mm.
side straight out. Like I was kind of getting frustrated because you want me to pay for you to be my engineer, and then
Yeah.
and I'm paying for your time in the studio,
Mm.
and then you also want 50% of my song. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me. As you know
I
what I mean, as
understand.
business
Yeah.
wise. It's like
Yeah.
I'm either you're getting 50% and I'm
Mm.
like still paying you a little bit, but not for
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. And I get
Well,
there's
I'm
exclusivity
a
too.
producer, so I
Yeah.
but I agree. Now, granted, I don't think. I mean, I understand why, but it
Yeah, I know. I'm
varies.
like 50-50 on it.
I say that I say basically to me as I've been doing this a long time. You basically should work with the person, basically, like
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like. Being greedy can sometimes talk you out of a good situation, so I try
Yeah,
to just tell,
that's
yeah,
kind of like what I dealt with too. And it's
yeah,
like and
mm.
then especially in LA, a lot of people like to
Oh yeah. LA
overcharge.
is crazy,
It's
yeah.
great. And I get it because
Uh,
the rent and everything living out there is crazy, so
Yeah,
I get
but
it.
you'll make more money in the long run, like not penny pinching. You know what I'm saying? I try to teach
Yeah.
like when I teach people music business, I'm like, if you don't penny pinch, you'll make more money. Like if you just let the person do their thing, like But
And then I would give if I was giving advice to myself, I'd be like learn the business.
oh yeah,
I thought like
yeah,
you were telling me you were listening to my
yeah,
old music from like 5-7 years ago.
mm.
Um that I thought you just put the music out and you make it.
Nah,
Like I didn't know you needed to promote it,
yeah, you
like
gotta
so I'm like
promote it,
living
gotta
in La
promote
La
it.
Land. So
No, but
um
it's a learning experience, Miss Thomas. It's a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
yeah,
just make it work.
yeah.
For sure, for sure. And with that being said, so we had to talk about some music today. I want to talk about the record. What's the record? I just had it up. There we go. Angelic. That's all. I just listened to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Angelic. So with that being said, how did that record come about? Because it's like an EDM hybrid R&B pop record. How did that record come about?
So I don't know, I heard the beat and all I could hear was like angelic, angelic. And so
Yeah.
like I know this is probably Aries of me,
Uh,
but um
you
I guess
Aries?
I kind of guess I wrote the song about
Yeah.
myself in
Yeah.
like someone else's perspective of
Yeah.
like if they saw me, because I get told, especially when I go to LA, and like I know there's a lot of bums and stuff in LA, but bums and homeless people, I guess, will come up to me like, "You're an angel. You're an angel. Oh my God." And I've
Yeah.
gotten told so many different times. I'm like, "Oh, thanks." I'm like, "Can you make sure nobody touches my car? Thanks, bud." Like, like,
Yeah.
and so like,
Yeah.
and I mean, I've had crazy stories. Like, I need to write a book of like people coming up to me
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Wait, what?" You know? So I'm
Yeah.
like, "Thank you." Like,
Yeah.
so, so I kind of just kind of wrote it about myself, I guess.
Yeah.
And if you ever like, if it's like almost like if you ever saw Angel, you're just like, whoa, kind of like intimidated. You know, you're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what do you do? Like you're just gonna watch them walk by, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I kind of felt like the beat had a vibe of like the runway, you
Mm.
know? So I was like, all
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's
For
pretty
sure.
Aries of me though.
Nah, that's good. Well, listen, I'm a Cancer, so Aries is cool. Aries a little vain, but they cool.
Yeah, I know
Aries,
that's what I said.
yeah. Nah, I'm teasing you. I'm literally just messing
Yeah.
with you. And with that being said, I know you said that you just self-releasing music. That you have dealt with, the takedown stuff and all of that with the streaming platforms, a whole bunch of just nonsense. But with
Yeah.
that being said, would you in today's music climate, do you want to be like signed? And like I said, there's nothing wrong with being signed to a company or a record label. Do you want to be signed or do you want to stay independent?
I guess like what Megan Thee Stallion's kind of doing. She's technically still independent, but
Hmm.
still has the machine behind her.
Yeah,
So I guess I want the machine, but still kind of want my independence, but I
yeah,
like want the investors. So it's
yeah.
like
Well,
this weird,
you know what I'm gonna tell you, right? If you
yeah,
pay for it, you own it. If you don't pay for it, you don't own
I
it.
know.
Okay.
I know. I know.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
For sure, for sure. And with that being said, is there an album coming out, like a full project coming out? I know you regroup and everything. I know I see a couple
Yeah.
singles on his Spotify, everything like that. Focus is bumping too. You got a nice little number of streams on that. You know what I'm saying? So, is there a full project coming out, or just singles?
Yeah, I was about to drop since I had those over 50 songs out that I was dropping like five
Yeah,
songs
yeah,
a month and then all I got taken down. I was like,
yeah.
oh, I was about to drop just a mixtape. I
Okay,
was
I'm
gonna
with
drop
that.
that. Yeah, but now like when I was working on and all that, all those songs got taken down. I'm like, all right, let's go back to the table because I don't know what I'm doing now. So like I guess right now I'm about to drop another song called I Knew It, and that
Uh-huh.
one was part of the
Mm.
50 songs, and it's kind of another EDM love song, and that one needed to be remixed and mastered like way
Okay.
better. So I
Yeah.
did that. It sounds
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Um but that one's definitely a hit. I got really good feedback. Like that one had over 80 streams,
Mm.
like 80,000 streams, like all by itself, and
That's
then
what's
got
up.
taken down.
Damn.
I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
these companies,
I'm like,
man, it's tough, man, because like I said, they really fighting this war against independent music for whatever reason. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, just because your artist ain't talented, you shouldn't block people that's talented. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I think that's what it is. I think maybe now the industry is slowly getting back to
mm,
talent
yeah,
and
yeah.
not who has
I
money.
mean, yeah, who
And
has
it's
money? Yep.
slowly shifting, you know,
Mm,
like I just heard a story where someone like spent 1.5
mm-hmm.
million dollars on an artist and
Yeah.
they didn't
Nothing.
have it. And then
Uh,
someone heard that story and they were just like, that's how much money and they still didn't make it. But I'm like, they didn't have any artist
mm,
development. They didn't want to listen to constructive criticism. They didn't want to
mm,
grow. Like, so it's like they weren't being their authentic self. I think if you're not your authentic self as an artist, then it's like,
mm.
why are you trying to be a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy?
Yeah.
Like, we want
Yeah.
like I think that people want originality, you know,
Mm,
like we want something new. So
mm.
that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to be myself. And if I
Yeah.
like it and I love the song, then
Yeah.
hopefully more people love it and like the song, you know?
Yeah. Got you, got you. And I see the Angelic music video is out, fire. What inspired that video?
So that's definitely AI. So that's where it's
that's
incorporating
why.
the
That's why.
AI.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm saying on YouTube
Yeah.
right now. I'm looking at it right now. Like that's what I'm asking. I'm like, okay, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm kind of doing like with my visuals. I'm incorporating AI because
Mm,
it's hard for me to like film a music video. And the same
yeah.
thing, like if you go hire a videographer and everything like that,
Mm,
they own all your visuals.
yep.
So
Yep.
that's another thing. So it's like, and then they could do whatever they want with it and take their time, and you don't
Mm-hmm.
know if it's gonna
Yeah.
take a week or if it's gonna take
But
months,
it's
or you're
dope
just never
because,
gonna
like I
get it.
said, but you know what? Listen, you got 39,000 views on that video in 13 days. I know
Yeah,
people who spent like you said 5,000, 10,000 on the video got 5 views.
yeah,
So, you know what I'm saying? If you got either you got it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's why I'm giving you so much credit, you know what I'm saying, and so much props because it's like, you're determined and your
yeah,
determination is gonna get you a lot further than money. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever
yeah,
feel like,
definitely.
so if you ever feel like, that you're not where you want to be, just keep being determined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I definitely I have my days, but I'm definitely like
Yeah.
very motivated. It's just I know like I'm definitely like I'm taking the baby steps and learning the business, so I'm definitely closer.
Mm.
Like one brick at a time, guys. One brick at a time. Like you don't want to
Yeah.
build a house in one day because it's gonna fall over.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Yes.
it's like,
Yes. Yes.
so
Yep.
that's kind of like where I'm telling myself. And I did have like my 5 minutes of fame from like the X Factor show,
Yeah.
and I couldn't monetize off of it. So I'm like, let's make sure we're set up and we brand ourselves correctly this time,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but to really
Well,
answer your question, that kind of inspired, like I told you about like the runway, and I'm into like really like fantasy kind of
mm.
stuff. So it's kind of like a fairy world of giving you that little sauce, you know what I
Mm.
mean? Like everyone has that magic in them, it just needs to be activated. So kind of like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, it's dope. Like I said, I like with me, I'm the creative guy. Like I like all types of cool shit. Like people be surprised at what I listen to. I'm like, bro, I listen to like Jamiroquai and shit, bro. Like I don't listen to rap all day. Like I
Yeah.
make it. But I said my downs. If I really wanted to, I'll be out here making like Jamar. I mean, I do it when I want to, but I make like
Yeah.
Jamiroquai type hip hop and like cool shit like that, like futuristic shit. So but I love it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And once again, it's a determination that you want to make it, that you want to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's just the business part is easy. But,
Yeah.
you making it and you pursuing it and you pushing yourself, even being on the platform with me, like I have a huge following, you know what I'm saying? So I know that, you even showing up on time today, you know what I'm saying, definitely
Yeah.
proves that you have what it takes. And with that being said, you're still growing yourself, you know what I'm saying? You're still learning and you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you've been on the X Factor, you've been on things, but you're still growing. As every humans, we all grow.
Yeah.
And with that being said, my very last question, Miss Brianna Thomas, is what if there was anybody coming up to you right now and asks, what is one piece of advice that you would give them getting into the music business today?
I would tell them to be their authentic self. And there was a time where I'm like, oh, like I'm not gonna have a job. I'm just gonna wait until I make it, like living in the la la land. Make sure you have a way to like live and take care of yourself. And start saving money for your budget of how you're gonna promote. It's like no matter what business you're doing, if you have a t-shirt business, if you're selling makeup, whatever you're selling, right? Because you're the brand, you're selling you have to promote it. So
There you
you need
go.
the money to promote it. So put that budget
Yeah,
aside. Like you're the brand, and
yeah,
then just be your authentic self.
yeah,
Figure out
yeah,
who you are,
yeah,
what makes you happy,
yeah.
and then put that in your music.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Once again, with that being said, thank you so much, Mama. And
Yeah.
2026, 2025 is already up. I don't consider October. We done. Christmas is coming
I
and
know. I
Thanksgiving is
know.
here, unfortunately. So, Indigenous Peoples Days is coming and stuff. With that being said, what's next for Brianna Thomas in 2026?
Oh man. I'm hoping a lot of good stuff. I hope by then I mean right now I'm have distro with Warner.
Mm,
So I'm hoping I get brought to the table and
yeah.
we get some bread behind me
There
so
you
more
go. There
people
you
can
go.
hear my music. That's what I hope, you know?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, Mama. Once
Yeah.
again, where can people find you? Where can they get in contact with you? Your TikTok is hilarious. Your Instagram is funny. I'll be following your fitness journey, your holistic juicing journey and shit. So I'll
Yeah.
be I'll be on it. So where can they find you?
Can they see this right here? This
Let me see.
my letters?
Yeah, they can see it.
Okay, so this is how you spell my name. It's BR3ANNA Thomas. So you can find me on all social medias, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram as that. And then the only one that's different is my TikTok. It's Brianna Thomas Music. I need to fix that. So make sure you brand
Yeah.
yourself right.
Yeah. There you go. Once again,
Yeah.
man, it's DJ Chase, the pregame party of this podcast. We out of here. The lovely Miss Thomas, you know what I'm saying? Brianna Thomas, man, she's dope. She made me feel good this morning. I was a little rough around the edges. I had a long weekend, but she brought some joy to that angelic joy to my day today. The new single, Angelic, streaming right here on DJ Chase Radio, WDJCDB. Download that DJ Chase Radio mobile app, your iPhone, that cell phone. And when I say mobile, I say cell phone. So download that app on your iPhone, Android. The new book, The Record Label Cheat Sheet Volume 2 on Amazon. Get that DJ Chase Radio merch, Spotify podcast, Apple podcast, and YouTube DJ Chase TV. And I'm out of here. Cheers.